Greetings, citizens. How's everybody doing out there? I am checking right now. This is welcome to the very first live stream that we've ever done. And I am looking over here to check the comments because I want to make sure that everybody can hear me okay. I'm of course nervous that I got the settings right here, so if you can let me know in the comments if you can hear me all right, I would very much appreciate it. Checking over here. Hello, Mint, Oberon, and friends. Damn. Oh, give me 1 second here. There we go. Alright, we've got News Untold, Otterpop. Alright, for the glory of Rome, I appreciate that. So today we are actually here. You should be able to see an overlay here. We are here for Jingle Jam with the whole Just Create team. Everybody's been doing something over this weekend. We've got more coming tomorrow. You might have just caught Stam and the crew doing RV there yet. Today we're going to be in the hardcore world, original hardcore world. So if you are interested, we have a QR code up here on the screen, and you should see in the description as well a link to the page. We are accepting donations for Calm, Campaign Against Living Miserably. So that's the reason that we're here today. If anybody would like to take a look at that. Looks like we're currently at 3,374 pounds. And the current goal is to get up to 5,000. So if everybody wants to take a look at that link, we'd very much appreciate it. All right, looking at those comments. Thank you everybody for confirming. Glad to see everybody. Awesome. All right. So what we're doing today, some of you will recognize where we are. Some of you probably won't. This is the original hardcore world that I started. Basically the first world I ever had on the channel. This we started in, well, I started actually in about January 2023. And the first video went out around April. So it's about 3 years since this world was started. And I think the last time we had a video go out for this world was this past January, so it's been about a year. So that's why I chose this. I thought it'd be nice to take a look around, you know, a little bit of nostalgia, see what was going on in this world. And man, it's just nuts to walk around here again. Hello everybody, we got Skyward, Derek, Quicksilver, Candace, Bree. Nice to see everybody here. So what we're going to start with, and I installed, let's see if I can get this to work. Yeah, free cam. So that just essentially gives us an out-of-body experience. We can see Legion there looking handsome, but if we jump right up here, you can see sort of the central area of the base and what we built out. I'll take a walk around and we'll just take a look at everything, and then we'll have to head out because as you'll see, we've got some things further off in the distance that are little farms and things like that. But why don't we begin here? Oh, and by the way, thank you. I'm seeing some of the super thanks coming through. I very much appreciate that. I'm going to go ahead and essentially forward those to the donations at the end of this. So I very much appreciate seeing those come through. But if you also would like to take a look at that Tiltify link, that's where we're doing the donations as well. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. Tuki just sent one through, so thank you very much. All right. Well, why don't we start in here? Let's head back into the house. And I'm going to try to remember about when I built each one of these things, like which day, 100-day video, and this, of course, was the first one. We have Machiavelli over here with Prince. We've got Praetor, Garfield the cat, and, of course, Green, given a little stretch there because of the yellow and the blue eye. Over here. By the way, somebody asking here, why don't I do Twitch? I do not really have Twitch. I have a Twitch, but I don't have it set up. That's the reason why. This is the first time I've ever live streamed, ever. Like, I have never done it before on the channel, never done it before outside of the channel, so this is a first. Oh, wow, look at that. We have some donations coming in. Am I seeing that right? Is the McMaster 100 pounds? Wow. Pretty sure I'm reading that right. That is nuts. Thank you very much. But that's the reason why I do not have a Twitch. I'm still learning, obviously. So, this is the storage room. It looks like it might be automated. Sadly, it's not. This is not connected to anything, so this is all manual sorting. With the new copper golems, we actually probably could get that set up in here if we ever came back to this world, so that might be kind of neat. Some of the stuff at the back, pretty simple. We've got a stone generator back here, an auto smelter that is kind of ugly, so I just have it behind there for smelting up all of the ores, and then an automatic lava collection system. That leads to nowhere, so just ignore that. Back over this way. If we come up to the second level, this was fairly new, and I haven't really done much up here yet at all. One of the reasons I made it was to create an enchanting area. And most of you, if you've been with the channel for a while, know I don't really use enchantments, or tables, I should say, enchanting tables. I go the villager route. So this kinda gets no love. I just felt like I should have it, because every world should have one, right? Oh, got something else coming in here. Robot Butler, 50 pounds. Very nice. Oh, and I forgot to mention, this is fantastic. I really appreciate everybody doing that. There is also, if you look at that Tiltify page, there is a game bundle available. So if you donate 35 pounds or more, you get access to, I think it's 15 games, Steam keys for those games. And I think if you convert that to about, or to US dollars, I think it's around $46, something like that. We've got the Snooze Untold, 20 pounds. Awesome. Thank you very much. And let's see here. Oh, it is nighttime. We should have a little sleep. And then we can check out the... I made a little dog cave over here that we can have a look at. Let's see here. Now... quite a few dogs. we were trying to collect some of the different dog types after they came out, so that's why we have a lot in here. And it was one of the ways that I kept up with naming some of the things in my world, because I typically didn't do that, so we were trying to go for punny names. So Pompeymeranian, got Maximus, Dogtavia, Cleopatra, Drulius Caesar, of course, Cerberus. Thought we had one or two more. I thought, oh, there we go. Barcus Aurelius. Did I already say Bark Antony? Oh, Claudius. And, oh, there you are. Bark Antony. Good boy. Oh, also Wolf Armor, which is actually, if we free cam again, connected to a system that automatically crafts it for us. So that's kind of neat. Let's see, I'm going to check the chat over here again. I can't wait to do the bees again. Yeah, we're going to take a look at that for sure. Yeah, Redstone Sorter, I definitely need to. Oh, hey, Throwlash, there he is. How's it going, man? Who else we got here? And if you're curious, Throwlash was just on the RV there, yeah, but he's also going to be doing a stream after me. So once we wrap up here... Oh, no! I left the door open. Make sure you head over and check out Throwlash. So yeah, this was... I want to say maybe the 300-day world or something. We created this bee dome, and once again, if we go up over the top, it was before I used generators to make domes and circles. Maybe not circles, but definitely domes, so I always think it's a little bit strangely shaped. Could always go back and fix it, but this is where we collected all of the honey, and I think total, what would that be? We've got 32 beehives, so pretty active. And man, this is just a great place to be because you get, well, oh no, I did it again. Great place to be. I'm sorry. It does include the way we get down to our mine right here, but I think we're going to hold off. Well, there's not much down there. We may as well just go check that out now. So if we head down our water elevator, we're able to head down to our mine. And then what else we got? Yeah, Bark Antony, iconic. I can't agree with you more. Oh, Superior Zeus. He must mean Superior Jupiter. No, nothing wrong with the Greek gods. Yeah, so this was one I had asked previously when we were still doing a lot more videos in this world. Should we turn this into something right now? Basically just clearing it out. I did get the beacon down here, but we never really came up with an idea, or at least I didn't, for what we wanted to do down here. I'm sure you could, you know, do some sort of the Land of Hades down here. Design might be really cool. But as for now, pretty empty. So yeah, we'll just head back up. And I can open the witch. There we go. Cuddle says Legion B. Exactly. And that's what all the buzz is about. Oh yeah, somebody's saying here, let's see. Armory, looking to see the Legion again. Oh, he's got something. Sammy. And that is 10 pounds. Thank you very much. Very much appreciated. Alright, over here we have our plebs. The favorite and least favorite. Look at them. They're giving me sass. You don't want to talk to anybody. It's been, I haven't seen you in a year, and this is how you greet me. Unbelievable. Anyway, they were moved. In the first video, I had a little thing in the middle of this area for the plebs, the villagers. It just didn't look good. So I think in the second video, I moved them over here for trading with the farmers, as well as pretty much all of the librarians that I'm looking for. So that's what you have here. And I think right down at the end, maybe... Yeah, we had some Fletchers. What? What are you doing? You don't belong there. Let's just get you out of there. It's weird when you use fresh animations. They do like a Naruto run when they're trying to attack, and I don't get why that is. Let's just get rid of you. Thank you, sir. You're welcome. Alright. What else have we got here? Let's go to the Panda Sanctuary last, maybe. Since we're on villagers, we'll go over here. And we've got a bit more in here, just, we were running out of room, essentially, over on that side, so we had to come and build a house for them, which started off as a villager breeder, and it still acts as that. But it kind of turned into just any time I needed an extra trade that I didn't have, I just kind of threw it in here in a very disorganized fashion. Oh, and I just remembered something that I totally forgot about. We've also got a little area down here. There we go. For all of our masons. This was when we were building the forum. That we'll get to in a minute. We needed lots and lots of quartz. So we made tons of these guys. And the thing that I forgot about, we had our Iron Golem Zoo. Oh yeah, it's still here. So if we go up over the top, I had this little pool here that I thought was nice. And of course, these guys are constantly making golems. And because they're smart and not at all very pea-brained, they just fall directly in here. And I never really do anything about it. So that's the Iron Golem Zoo, and probably why I get such a bad frame rate here at my base. Alright, let's head up. Back out this way. I have a bed on me, right? Yeah, I do. Alright. Yeah, a couple other guys out here. I think I remember that. Nothing much. Little decorations here and there for tropical fish. And then, actually, you know what? I want to do the Panda Sanctuary right now, because I miss everybody in here. I'm pretty sure most of them are named, if not all. Let's see here. Alright. Oh, and by the way, I think, yeah, we named it something. The Pantheon. Very clever. That came from a comment, so I appreciated that because I had no ideas. Well, hello. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, it's that time of year. You caught something there. Antonine. Oh, that's right. If you're a history buff, that's because of the Antonine Plague. That's why we named the sick panda that. That's just Panda. Okay, perfect. That is Pandora. Also very appropriate and on par for the channel. I thought I just saw one over here. Where'd you go? Oh well. Over on this side, we've got Lunchbox, the original. If up till this day, I still talk about Lunchbox a lot, and this guy right here is the reason why. That is the first panda we ever found. I named it Lunchbox. And I think, yeah, we've got Poe from Kung Fu Panda, and Lunchbox Jr. from the second panda. Oh, yeah, I missed you too. I know. Oh. Didn't know we had cats in here. Alright. Pandemonium. I think we already said that one. Antonine, yeah. Oh, Jack Black. There you go. And Pooh, which I think I misunderstood the comment. It was supposed to be Poe, but I already named one Pooh. So that we just kept it. Bamboozle, of course. Hello, sir. Have a little snack. I'm seeing a lot of love in there in the comments for Lunchbox. I'm glad everybody else missed him too. What do we got here? Derek, 35-pound donation, getting those 15 games. Awesome. Yeah, there we go. Redeemed the Jingle Jam Collection 2025. Thank you very much, sir. Got Luna here, just relaxing. I don't quite know what you're doing. Panda, just hanging out in the water. Very good. Did I see your name? You're also Panda. Porta Pendana. That's... Oh, man. I'm trying to remember. I think it was an aqueduct or a bridge. You can tell how well my memory works. I do not remember, but definitely a very neat piece of architecture. What else do we have down here? Nice little area, which the pandas don't tend to visit for whatever reason, but we do have it. So that's the panda sanctuary. It does lead up to a jungle temple, but it's all empty. We've already looted it. Let's head back, see what's next. Oh yeah, look at all this. Everybody remembers Lunchbox. He's still here. Definitely still here. I think people had asked, like, you know, did I lose this world or what happened? But no, it's just I wanted to go and try different 100 days challenges. Got very, very distracted. We might come back to this world for more videos or even start a brand new one. Not quite sure yet. But here we go. We got, ooh, jump boost for one. Beetroot farm. This is automated, so it collects the beetroot and then sends it down along this way so it can go by where our farmer traders are, so we can automatically trade that. And then, of course, we have our sniffers up here. And Enderman stealing part of my hill. That's not very nice, but anyway. Sniffers up here, and I do believe that's also automated with, yeah, little minecart under there collecting everything that they sniff and drop. So we'll need to sleep in a second, but I think that's most of what we have here, at least on this side. We still have to do the other side. Oh, gotta go over to the barn and the tree farm. Forgot about that. And also, by the way, a lot of people will ask what the sign means. Let me know in the chat. If you know what this stands for, type it out and I'll see if I can pronounce it. But do let me know. We'll have a little sleep, and then we'll take a look at the barn, tree farm, all that sort of thing. Let's see. Don't forget the snow castle. Absolutely. In fact, if we end up finishing the world tour and we still have a little bit of time, we'll probably hang out at the snow castle, maybe see if we can build something. So we'll figure out that. Do I have TikTok? I do not. I'm terrible about social media, and I pretty much only use YouTube. I do have a Discord server, but that's really about it. Let's see. Well, hello, Mrs. Legion. Super pretty quiet room. Don't know what that means. Find another base. It's Latin, correct? It means Legion v rocks. It may. Close. Not quite. Oh, there we go. I see it there. Might have been somebody else that said it, but Oberon. Senatus Populesque Romanus. The Senate and People of Rome. It's on the Roman flag from the Republic. Anyway, barn. Not much going on here. Got our criminals here. There's a fence because there were, you know, big... the chains and everything. Because there was a jailbreak, and I had chickens all over my base. So now they lose their walking out privileges. Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm collecting this, aren't I? Yeah. Okay. Speaking of chickens walking around everywhere. There we go. Yep, Mrs. Legion is lurking. Oh, ask what I stood for. Or what it stood for. That's what it was. Okay. Nope. Not quite. Correct. I also do not have... Or I think I might have an Instagram, but I don't use it. It's, I think, pretty much turned off. Carpe diem, seize the day. Over here, I think we've got some of these named as well, don't we? Hello, fellas. Do we not? No names? Oh, that's right. We've got the llamas. So Joseph, Caesar, and lurking somewhere. There's Jessica. Is it you? Hiding in the corner? Brutus. He's here planning something. We don't know quite what, but Caesar should just watch his back, you know? Ava says going to bed because it's late. Good night. Good night. Tree farm. Pretty much the only thing going on here down below, because I do not have create in this server, so I've tried to automate it as best I can, just with some minecarts down here. that whenever I chop something down, collects everything and deposits it in this little chest right here. Works okay, but, you know, nothing like create, obviously. Brutus planning revenge for the wandering trader, says Doom. Yeah, it could be. That's fair enough, if so. Anyway, last thing right over here, we've got an iron farm that I tried to make look a little bit more interesting. Surprisingly, it's spawn proof, or should be, so that golems shouldn't spawn anywhere but up there and collect some iron for me. Oh, do I have an autocrafter here? What are you doing? Maybe just to get iron blocks? I don't quite know. I don't remember everything that I was doing here. Let's see here. Zen, thank you. Salve Imperator, so cool to catch your stream. Love your videos. Found in the Just Create SMP and been going through backlog ever since. You rock, bravo, thank you very much. We've also got Derek. Love watching all of your videos, making this world. Appreciate all that you do, so thank you. Of course, thank you very much. Don't forget to take a look at the Tiltify page to donate. I will be sending along all of these super thanks and doing a donation myself, but thank you very much. I do appreciate it. Alright, now up here we've got just a little serene pool next to some farms that I'm pretty sure just kind of end right there. Yeah, go over to the farm, wheat farm up here, and that's sort of hiding something that broke, if I remember correctly. Yeah, there's supposed to be axolotl in here swimming around, activating the skulk sensors, so it's like lights randomly going on and off at the front, but they always just stay up here, and I can't get them to continually run around everywhere, so, you know, kind of stuck there. Doesn't bother me, that's alright. And then on the other side over here, we have Glory to Rome. Seeing some of that in the comments. Love it. I've always wondered, is V your name or surname? Well, that's the mystery, isn't it? Nobody knows. The armadillo's still in prison. We'll go take a look in a second. Check. Just a sugarcane farm down here. So we've got that set pretty late in the game, actually, for how often I had been using rockets. It had been manual the whole time. So I finally set one of those up just to make it a little bit easier on myself. And speaking of the armadillos, I think I have, first if I could get out of here, a stairway that leads up to them over here. Roman facts today. Oh boy, didn't prepare any. A lot of my favorite ones I always just kind of keep on hand. Like, I think I mentioned before, my favorite Roman fact is that for the first, gosh, maybe like 200, 300 years of the Roman Empire, it wasn't an empire. Or at least the Romans wouldn't have told you that. So we call it the Roman Empire. We use the word imperator. You know, they had roles like dictator, but they still saw it as a republic. The emperor, or imperator, was perhaps more commonly known as princeps, or first among equals. So it was more of a veiled monarchy, which is a distinction that doesn't really, you know, it's not really important to a lot of people. I just think it's really interesting. It wasn't actually an empire. A lot of people just pretended for a very long time that it was a republic still. Let's see. Oh gosh, updating the Legion platform. Maybe. We'll have to see. And also, people upset Rome conquered Greece. Hey, it was before my time. Top channel for this year. Love to see it. All right, I got to keep going in here. I'm reading all these comments. Wow, I have not cleaned up here. There's a lot of armadillo scoot up here. But this is the one of the later... Actually, this might have been the last video, 1600 days, that we did in January, was building the armadillo sanctuary. I'm sorry, I like to run. It's scaring everybody. And speaking of the trapped armadillos, well, we'll head over there in a second. This was everybody hanging around over here. And then if you did watch Just Create, I don't remember what episode it was, but this might look familiar. This was kind of on the mind when I was working on the bathhouse in Just Create. This is what I did for the armadillos. Something very similar. So that's kind of where I had the thought at the top of my head. Romans invented the first steam engine. That sounds right to me. Romans are fantastic. Pleased with the Roman fact. Glad to hear it. Let's see here. I actually don't want this. Pew! Yeah, well, let's use F4. So we looked at that wolf armor earlier. This is the armadillo prison. I don't remember exactly what they did wrong, but they're still here. All of the scute is collected and sent down, and then it hits some ice and water, moves along this way, goes along this way, gets collected right down here, and there's an auto crafter back there, or somewhere, that's turning it into wolf armor. So yep, they are still here, serving their sentence a year later. Alrighty. Yeah, I think that's all that's up there. Let's see, I'm sure there's a lot of, that might be a good good exercise. If you do have any Roman facts, or you remember some of your favorite ones from past videos, throw those in. We'll see what we can remember. One that comes up a lot is the fact that cobwebs were used for medicinal purposes, so I think like as bandages. They had some sort of self-healing ability, if I'm remembering correctly. Charlie says, we missed you. I missed you too. Where am I going? I think last thing on this little landmass before we head across is the Nether portal. I am going to have to head in here, because this leads directly to the Nether roof. Yes. Wait. Roof. And that will lead us to some of the other farms. So we'll be heading in there in a little bit. Dun, dun, dun. Let's see. Actually, let's head up to the ship first. Then if I remember correctly, there's something underneath the ship I'm going to miss. Oh, well. Good vantage point to take a look at everything. Beautiful. Beautiful, though I say so myself. Oh yeah, we're using distant horizons. So low render distance because of how low FPS I get here. But once you go outside of that, it just makes it low poly, essentially. And you can see very, very far, which I love. But that is why we're seeing that. Favorite creeper, or I'm reading two comments at once. Favorite Roman fact. Pagan holidays. Yeah, lots of pagan holidays, very similar and then rebranded. Very true. So down here, this was, we wanted to make a Roman navy, and I was planning on making multiple ships. I started way too big on this one. So, below deck here, just some storage that I think is entirely empty. Nothing in here. But it looks very nice. Transporting some lumber and some stone. I actually think I might have gotten this idea when I started watching Mr. Beardstone, before I was involved with Just Create. I think I saw something using this, so I definitely stole the idea from him. Pretty sure. Thank you, Beardy. Bryn, art history major. Videos have helped so much with classes. Thank you. No, thank you. I'm very glad that you were able to join us and glad that the channel helps. Take a little nap and I'll take a look at some more of these. Yeah. Roman communal latrines included a sponge soaked in vinegar that everybody shared for cleaning up. So that's a fun one. Let's see. Yeah, so that's, like I was saying, much too big. We built that one way too big. We did get one more over here, and this is... Ooh, nope. Excuse me. Very exciting. I have not been over here yet. This is, of course, the Legion platform. This is where our trusty and loyal Legion awaits our command. And if you didn't watch the Hardcore World series, back when I was doing this, we had one armor stand and armor set for every 1,000 subscribers we gained. So we started from just, you know, a little group here, probably like 6,000 or fewer, I think. And we eventually ran out of space. The Legion platform was overwhelmed. We're running low on food with the little meat haunch on a stick there. So we had to build a boat over here as a part of the episode where we built the other one to expand the Legion here. I don't remember how many legionaries are here. I cannot remember what we left off at. So one day I'll have to count, and we'll have to update that, because, like I said, it's been a year. Almost stepped in a fire because I'm looking at comments. I have not seen the new Stranger Things episode. I might have seen, like, the first season. I don't watch a lot of TV unless it's reruns of things from, like, the 80s or something. Oh Okay, I think that's pretty much everything in the main area here. Did I miss everything? I'll turn around and we'll go to the forum in a second, but that, I believe, is most everything here. And that took 30 minutes to get through everything. Wow. Let's keep moving. Zen says, this world is epic. How many days do you have into this one? When we wrapped up the last video in January, that was at 1,600 days. So we're going just a little bit over that now with this video. But yeah, about 1,600 days. And this is the forum. The reason I said I needed those, what do you call them, the masons, was because we needed lots and lots of quartz and concrete and things like that. We wanted something that was more strictly Roman looking, because while everything's very beautiful over here, not a lot of it is, well, some of it maybe, like a villa type of look, but I wanted something more Roman looking, and that's why we came up with this. We did have a book over here that I was trying to keep up with for Super Chats. I'm very, very, very behind on that, because, like I said, been a year. Over here, I can't really remember this guy's transgression, but he did something. I think he just escaped over here. Yeah, we had villagers and he escaped, and I would start and end videos like this, and he would just always be in my business, right in my face. So eventually, we made him a nice gilded cage, and that is Cato the Elder, or Annoyus, because of the way he acted. What did you say? Carthago delenda est, I believe. Oh, second level of the house. Robert just reminded me. Yes, you are correct. That is the one thing we missed. So, forum. Oh, and obviously we have to head up to the Coliseum as well. So this is the forum. We'll head back to the house in a second. I think we had super important Legionnaire to-do tasks that have, well, they've been here for over a year. Must not have been that important. But we needed to get more dog variants, create an aqueduct, build a shulker farm, continue working on advancements, and build a turtle habitat. Because I think there's actually turtles nearby somewhere over there, but yeah, never got around to it. Jillian says, best series, my kids and I love watching your videos, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I love to hear it. Let's see. Ah, yes. See, I'm moving very quickly because I'm worried we'll run out of time, so I'm forgetting things left and right. We'll do the boat first and then the second level. No, we'll do the second level of the house first because it's easier. So I forgot. We looked at the ground floor. We did not look at the second level up here. And then we remembered there's something hidden under the boat. So second level, we did have plans that I never got around to. We started getting some axolotl up here, but I always felt bad because it's kind of a small space for that many axolotl. So one thing that I thought that would be cool is like a tunnel system. We could build out from here, tunnel wrapping around. It can maybe go into this area where I just kind of covered it up with a hill. So there was a lot that I intended to do here and simply did not. So that was another unfinished project that we had here. You also might be wondering why this is sort of just open right here. Well, that's because one day I built this, a little lava farm on the inside, and there was a lot of wood. Not directly touching it. I wasn't that foolhardy, but close enough apparently, because I was just starting a video the first day, and I heard the crackling of fire and noticed that my house was on fire, this entire upper level. So rather than fully repair it, I just kind of kept it here to remember and watch where the lava goes, and just kind of made it look a little bit more natural. Alright. If you're just joining, today we are doing this for a charity event, Jingle Jam and Calm. There is a QR code and a link in the description if you would like to donate for a very worthy cause. We are currently, wow, that's gone up a lot, hasn't it? 3,904 pounds, and the goal is 5,000. And if you donate 35 pounds, which is about 46 US dollars, you get 15 games from Steam. Why am I here? Where are we going? So second level of the house. We did that. We need to do underneath the boat. Looking for more mine colonies, Caitlin. I did the 200 days. I definitely very much enjoyed mine colonies, but unfortunately a lot of times I need to make decisions based on how the video does on YouTube. but you never know. I mean, a lot of these, like this, I'm considering going back. That, I may go back. I leave them open, so not planned, but where is this thing? Oh, here we go. But you never know with those kinds of things. So, down here, little secret area. You can go down. Yes, Mrs. Legion channel. If anybody's curious, we're actually working on a video together right now that's going to be going out in about a week or two. We'll be talking more about it then, but Mrs. Legion does now have a channel if anybody's interested. You can head over and subscribe there, and then we'll have a video coming out soon. And if you're wondering about the channel name, it is Mrs. Legion. That's the channel name. So this is what we had here. A little spider farm. Again, I can't quite remember why we needed it, although I know we needed a lot of string. So if we look in here, we had a spider spawner. Those will spawn in. The water will push them down to a central location, and we can swipe at them. Oh, look at that handsome guy looking in right there. And here we go. They're coming through, so we can take a look at that. Take out some of these guys. And then once we've done that, our stuff ends up in this chest, and string for days, spider eyes for days. We're good. So that, I think, was the only thing we had down here. There is a mine shaft in case we need it, but we didn't really plan for it to be under the boat. It's just when we tried to escape from here, we ended up right beneath the boat, and it worked out perfectly. So that's what we have down here. All of this. Let's see here. Blue Dragon Games wanted to pop in and say, appreciate everything you do. Much love from Nebraska. Thank you for hopping in. Love to see you. Alright, let's head back up. Animator Prince Andrew, are we going to get more Create content? Yes, I'm sure. I'm sure, you know, there'll be more coming with the Just Create 2. Probably talk about maybe a Season 2 or something like that. Just a little break for now while I work on other things. Probably won't be back to the Just Create world itself for Season 1. I think I'm pretty well wrapped there. But yeah, there will be more Create in general, I'm sure. Yes, Robert, Coliseum Tour. That is where we are heading next. Let's head up there. Let's eat a carrot. The only thing I eat has to be plated in gold, because I am a senator. Ah, we don't need to sleep yet. Patrician. Consider more streaming, cool to engage live. Yeah, I mean, this is a really great reason to get me out of my comfort zone. I'm so used to recording where I can edit things out and just, you know, any pauses or things like that. Don't necessarily mind it, though, so we'll see about that. We've got Nick Will, 35 pounds for Jingle Jam Collection. Very much appreciated. Thank you, Nick. But yeah, with streaming, never know. A lot of it too, Mrs. Legion will tell you, there's very few times in our house when it's absolutely quiet, so I can stream. We have 3 mini Legions if you didn't know, so that's another one of the reasons there. Nearly missed it. I usually give the fanfare when we fly up here. So I'll need to sleep in a moment, but this is the Coliseum. This is probably the first... I wouldn't call it a mega build, but to me at the time, this was a mega build, because I was used to building small things, and this, to me, counted as a mega build. I wanted to build it in the sky, just for a bit of whimsy, so that's what we did. Sort of looking over the entire rest of the base here. And I'll sleep while we do that. I think that might have been 500 days in hardcore when we did that. And the reason I made it, as you can see by this guy down here, is each thing in here is a miniature mob spawner. Lava. Sorry, can't help it. They're blocked off right now because I think the last thing I did with this was last Halloween. So 2024 Halloween. I came up here to try to capture the mobs that are specific for Halloween with the pumpkin on their head. So as you can see, we've got a skeleton in here. We've got, looks like a zombie. Another zombie. That was like at 11 o'clock at night. I nearly missed it, and I was just trying to remember to do that. So that's why you see all these kind of really ugly looking things in the middle. I never got a chance to actually put them anywhere, like maybe in the walls with chains or... what is that called? I keep calling it chains. Iron... Is it just iron bars? Yeah, iron bars. So yeah, eventually we'll do that. We need to get out of here though, because the creepers have a tendency to explode and destroy everything, and it is also automated. There's a pickup system under here that I think I only did half of. I don't want all of that to break. Oh, I think I also have, where is it? Over here. Oh, good memory, Candace. We'll be taking a look at that. When I was doing some testing, I found out, yes, he's still there. So you'll see that in a second. Pot Shot and Spicy Pot Shot were my two old bows. Right now we're on Apollo's Messenger. The reason I can't keep them is because, let's see, we can't have mending when there's infinity. So that's the reason we can't keep those. So I keep replacing them and putting them here. Let's see. Alright, I think that's it though for the Coliseum up here. I think we're doing alright on time. So the question was, is there a wandering trader still between this and the creeper farm? And that is because for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of days, we had this creeper farm, and we would always head out here to get our gunpowder. So we'll head there now, and if you watch the sea down here, to see what you can see. Please tell me he's still out there. You are. This guy. Been here for probably 1,000 days. Probably longer than 1,000 days. Because they're never chunk loaded when I'm at the base, because I removed an island here when they spawned in, but they're also never chunk loaded when I'm at the creeper farm. So, yeah. Oldest wandering trader in this world, for sure. Andrew says, love this world and all your content, it's awesome. Thank you, Andrew. Head up here so I can read these comments. Porty Pie. Amazing to watch build everything. Coliseum's awesome. Dylan, would I fight Mrs. Legion in the Coliseum? No, sir. I am not brave enough for that. I have to draw the line somewhere. Anyway, that was the AFK platform up there for our creeper farm. Pretty standard. I'm sure you've seen this one here and there, but it's just a large platform. And if we free cam in here, lots of creepers, snow golems in the middle, antagonizing them so that they'll come forward, fall down, land on soul campfires. And then once they've done that, we come down this way. All of that gets collected right here for our firework rockets. So that's the point of this. Alright, let's, why don't we head back, because a lot of the things that I'm going to be heading to, I need to go through the Nether for, because they're a bit far away. But I think there's a couple, like this right here, that are close enough that we may as well fly to it. So let's go check out what this monstrosity in the sky is. Something that I'm pretty sure I only used one time. Seriously, it took forever to build, but it's very specific, and I was frustrated, so I had to build an entire farm for it. Oh, and actually, are we going to pass over something here? Yeah, I think over here. Nope, that's not it. I have a raid farm around here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Very simple one. It's not one of those complex automated ones. You actually have to sit down at the bottom and swipe away at the raid to get it to go away, but simple enough that I don't even think we need to go down to the bottom, but there is a villager here. You start a raid from the nearby pillager outpost. Everything that comes along falls down in here trying to get to the villager. I stand down here, swiping away at their knees like a brave legionary. The boats are here because of Vex. They are everywhere, and I can't stand them, and I don't ever want to see them again. So that's why. Yep, Otterpop remembers the Trident. That's what we're heading to over here. So I think the point of this, it's basically just a big square filled with water up here above a river biome. And it has to be up in the sky, so you stop spawns down below. But we'll utilize free cam again to check this out. If we go up top, this is just an enormous enclosed thing with water. And if we stand for a minute, yep, we'll start to see these guys pop in. And it looks like Fresh Animations is screwing with them a little bit. But the reason I made this is because I spent hours and hours and hours in a river biome trying to get one of these guys to drop a Trident. And yes, it was with Razzle Dazzle here, which does have looting 3. And they refused to drop any. So, I ended up building an entire farm, drown farm, just to get a Trident. And then, of course, as soon as I did that, there's a Trident in here right now. Pretty sure I've got 2 here, Neptune's Boomerang and Neptune's Toothpick. So, it worked. We were able to get them. But man, was that frustrating, trying to do that process. Chase, hello citizens, hello Chase, greetings. Let's see, Armory. Was the Vex slipping through the closest call you had in this world? One of them, definitely, but I'd say potentially the closest was the Warden when I tried to fight that, except I was very, very prepared. I had lots of totems of Undying, so yeah, Vex was probably... Or one time a Creeper flew up near me in the very early days, and I think I was down to half a heart or something like that, so some close calls. Alright, let's head back. And actually, you can see the snow castle kind of from here. We'll probably wrap up there, just so we can do some building if we'd like to. Kumara Fox, $10 super thanks. Thank you very much. Do remember, we've got that Tiltify link there in the description and the QR code on the screen if you'd like to donate there. That's what we're kind of trying to lead everybody towards today, but I will match that. I'll send on that $10 after the stream to the charity, but I very much appreciate Kumara. Thank you. Mint says more live streams in the future. Maybe. Kind of depends. I was mentioning this is a really good way to get me out of my shell is to do a charity event with the rest of the Just Create crew. So yeah, we'll see. We may end up doing some more in the future as well. Mohammed, how you doing from Pakistan? Yeah, I forgot the name. How you doing? Good to see you here. Snow Castle of the Wool Farm, Panda Temple. Yeah, lots of favorites. Love it. Okay. I do believe, let's take a quick look, that most of the stuff near here has been knocked out except for the Snow Castle, but we'll wrap up there. And actually, there's one more thing we can fly to that we don't need to use the Nether portal for, so we'll start with that. And this was about the time I realized this area, where the main base is, I was running out of space. I didn't know this world would go for so long, and yeah, I just ran out. I picked a poor spot to do a sort of forever world type base, so we did have to expand over here eventually. In this, I believe we ended up choosing this area because it's a big plains area, but we wanted to have a larger spot for a villager trading hall to get more emeralds. What you see right here is actually a failed experiment. I was trying to make a new type of tree farm that could auto-collect things, and it ended up being very noisy and just not working that well. So yeah, we kind of abandoned that. Throwlash, correct. About an hour and 10 minutes, I believe, is when I will be wrapping this up, and you'll be taking the reins. Greetings from Germany, Tobias. Greetings. That would be Germania. All right. What are we looking at here? So this, kind of similar to the beetroot farm. We have a pumpkin and a melon farm here that's auto-collecting everything, and then similar, it's sending it along to a new destination. So that's why we have this kind of bonkers thing in the sky right here. What do we got here? Zenthai, we got 50 pounds. Thank you, sir. Very much appreciate it. Going towards the charity event. Thank you very much. Now we've also got carrots, potatoes. I'm going to sleep in a second. But these are all of the auto farms that I wanted to set up for farmers that we have down below. And Cuddle says, doing an amazing job for first time streaming. Okay, you have option to pick your mods. Exactly. Yeah, that's another thing I need to look into if we ever continued. I'll just have Throw Lash mod for me. You got that, right? He can handle it. So, all of these are connected to the trading hall. They get sent right down here. And I just kind of want an outdoorsy, sort of natural look to this. There's a lot of trees because this side is entirely Fletcher's, because I just find that a really easy way to get emeralds. On this side, we have all of those things connected to these chests here, so I get automated carrots, potatoes, melons, and pumpkins. All of these guys are cured multiple times. If you watched my recent trading hall video, you'll realize, or you'll notice that I was shocked to find that was considered a bug by Mojang, and they quote-unquote fixed it. So now villagers can only be cured one time, and I was just so devastated, but then I found a data pack that fixes it back. So I'm going to be using that. It's not a bug, Mojang. Get out of here. Anyway, we've got all of these guys for trading. I don't even know how many emeralds I have, but plenty. Lots of the beacons are made out of emeralds, and this is what did most of it. Erica. Cool to catch you streaming, but follow you since you had 5k subscribers. Saluti from Italy. Thank you for joining, and wow, that's a while. 5,000 subscribers. You've been here for a bit. Great to see you. And yes, it looks like someone might have been asking about the charity column, Campaign Against Living Miserably, which is a UK-based suicide prevention program. So there's more details on that link that I've provided as well if you'd like to get more details there. And we do appreciate the donations. Now what we have here, iron in a box. But where does it come from? I saw someone asking about this. We actually have a larger iron farm off in the distance over... No, not there. Over here. And it links up underground to send the iron all the way to the trading hall. And yes, quite bigger than back at the base. This one is... I don't know if you'd call it 4 or 8 or 16 times bigger, I don't know, but it works really well when it works. I've had some trouble with this, turning off and just deciding it didn't want to work, so that's been a lot of fun, but like right now, it should be working, and that bugs me. But I promise you it does work. Lots of villagers around each of these spots. Little dancing zombie bobbing up and down, scaring the villagers. He looks a little scared, or scary, without a face. And then, like most iron farms, they get sent down to the hot tub for a beautiful little rinse. And that's exactly what happens. Dylan, are you going to do more in this world? I might. I'm not sure. I'm undecided. Let's see here. This. What is this? This is a moss farm, I believe, right? Did I try turning it on? I don't think I've turned this on in forever. Does it work? Oop. Nope. Oh, yes. So, yes, this is a moss farm. I forgot about that. I always follow tutorials for this stuff. I barely know how redstone works, which is what that is for, that we'll go to in a second. But pretty neat. Auto creates redstone. I'd have no idea how to do it if I didn't follow a tutorial. It's still, yeah, still working pretty well. Alright. What else we got over here? We'll head up here, or actually over here as I'm reading more comments. Jen, greetings from Washington. Nice to see the stream. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for joining. Cuddles, read from the site. They've got a lot of great resources. They really do. It's a great program, so I'd urge everyone to take a look at that and donate if you're feeling so moved. And what is your favorite memory event from Just Create Season 1? I will answer that in a second. Let's, and I'll think about it too, but this is our curing shack. So a lot of the things you need to cure villagers. I have a villager breeder up here that we'll go to next. They get sent along the assembly line into here to meet some of their best green-skinned friend who's not from that Wicked movie. This is Spa Staff. And they get cured in here a couple times, get sent along their way, right up into the trading hall. So that's the purpose of this. And then, what was my favorite memory event from Just Create Season 1? That is a good question. Honestly, I'd probably just say joining. Episode 1, doing the whole thing where I joined and I was hiding on Foxy's boat. We had a lot of fun with that. At least I did. I had a lot of fun with that. I thought it was a really neat idea. It was good to get to know anybody, or everybody on there. I really didn't know anybody very well. So getting to know them was great. So I'd say just joining in that, the whole coming in on the boat thing. Also, Frosty Water, we've got 60-pound donation on the Tilt of High page. Thank you very much. Very much appreciated. And I do believe what we have here is the villager breeder. I hate this roof. I wanted to try something new, and I just hated how it looked, but I didn't care enough to change it. So just thought I'd throw that out there. But yeah, pretty simple. Just a simple villager breeder where we've got everybody here with lots of beds, and easy way to send them over to the curing station, and then on to the whatchamacallit, trading hall. So that's what most of this is. The one thing that I did miss, I'm aware of. I mentioned redstone. I did one video that was all about learning redstone. I would follow in tutorials and get it right most of the time, but I had no idea how anything worked. So I made this sort of test track, sort of myth-bustery type area for experiments. And again, tutorials, but I tried to learn along the way. Oh, I completely forgot about this. Oh, yeah, I didn't bring anything I could do with it, but what we did, I think, for the finale, I filled this with chickens, because again, they escaped at the main base and they're criminals, so they were sentenced to arrows, essentially. I had a ton of chickens in there, and then we built this at the end to turn this on and watch what happened to the chickens. So that was a lot of fun, and I completely forgot about it. Wow. Done more collabs with other players? Yeah, Kumar's asking if I wish I'd done more collabs. Yeah, I think so. I got a little bit of a late start, so I was a little bit awkward trying to keep up. I probably could have jumped over to them and asked for help more often, so yeah, still learning on that one. Will you be uploading the stream? Yes. As long as I've understood YouTube correctly, I'm hoping I can. If it gives me the option, then yes, I will be uploading the stream. Down here, just some of the underbelly of what's going on above, as well as an automatic door that I was incredibly proud of when I figured out and actually got to work properly. And finally, little automated stairway that works sometimes. Whoop. There we go. Doesn't always work going this way, though. Let's try... Ooh, nope, get stuck, getting stuck. There we go. Still kind of neat. Cool thing. Little redstone builds. And I think if we look around, that's the... Oh wait, no, there is one other thing over in this area I nearly forgot about somewhere. There it is, over there. This is one of those moments over here. I wanted a new sheep farm. I had some automated ones, but I just wanted lots and lots of white wool for the sails of the ships. And yeah, watch the frame rate here. We're not going to stay here long. This was one of those moments where I was just playing, it was later at night, and I kind of just blacked out and went way further than I needed to. So I got lots and lots of sheep, lots and lots of wheat, and lots of wool because of that. But it does attack my frame rate, so yeah, we're not really going to stay here. And that should be everything over in this new area, so I think we can head back over. Oh, yes, thank you for the reminder, Candace. Sniffer Habitat. Right at the entrance, we missed that one. If you were a Roman emperor, which Roman emperor would you be? I would have to go with Augustus, the quote-unquote first Roman emperor. I don't know why I say quote-unquote. Julius Caesar wasn't an emperor. But, yeah, long reign. A bit brutal early days, but I guess he had to be to take control. But then just really successful, peaceful, long reign. And I think it was him that said I found Rome a city of bricks and left it a city of marble. Is that right? But if it wasn't him, it would be Vespasian. I've always liked Vespasian because he was very fiscally responsible, which sounds like a funny thing, but he just left the Roman Empire in a really good spot because he took finances under control. So that would be my my answer there. Yes, so this is the Sniffer Sanctuary. I did forget about this. We set this up over in the new area. I didn't set up any auto collection, so that's why we're just picking things up here. But I just wanted a nice place for them. They're kind of trapped back at the base to get us our collection of stuff, so this is where I wanted to have more of a, just letting them, what would you call it, free range? Free range sniffers. So that's what we've got here. And the only jungle tree in the area, because I just thought that would look nice for this. So that's why I set it up that way. We do Vault Hunters. I don't know. I've never played it, never watched it. I'm not sure. I'd have to look into that one. Not sure. Nero did not start the Great Fire of Rome and actually helped put it out. Yeah, I think I did hear that. Don't know if I ever used that as a fact, though. I'm gonna go to sleep before we head back. Ba-ba-ba. Alright, we might be reaching the point where we have to head into the Nether. Like I said, we'll hit the snow castle near the end. But we are halfway through the stream. I hope everybody's been enjoying it so far. Thank you so much to everybody that donated. We very much appreciate it. To a very good cause. And I hope everyone's having a fantastic weekend. Oh, sorry, Bryn. Nope, not snow castle time yet. We're gonna do it closer to the end because I wanna wrap up there. So what we're going to do before that is the Nether areas. So there's just a couple in there. There's actually a lot of... I use the Nether as a shortcut, which we'll see here. As we're doing that, is it the intention to join Just Create Season 2? Yes, I think so. I think I will be doing that. Alright, how's our elytra's looking okay. This is our opportunity to heal it up. So like I said, I use the Nether roof as a shortcut. We have a lot of these other portals elsewhere to lead us across the land in a quicker way, because I think it's an eighth of the distance in the Nether than it is in the overworld. Ian Harrison, love your content. Thanks for being here, Ian. So this is the gold/XP farm. I have another XP farm, but this is... Oh, hold on. That is very loud. I remember that, but I don't remember what it counts as. Is it friendly mobs? Yes. So there's... Where are they? Yeah, right in here. There's a lot of minecarts, and they're constantly making noise, and it's super annoying, so I just turned that down. But it is used for the entity... cramming limit, I believe it's called. So what you do is you stand right here in the middle of the gold farm. I think, yeah, it's all down there. And then you upset one of the friendly piggies out here, but you try not to one-shot him. No, come on. Get him. Get him. I never miss. Yes. Oh no! That guy just went straight down. But I think we upset them enough, so what should happen is they all fall in, they get entity cramming, and then I should be able to reap the benefits. That's loud too. Hold on. Music. Get that all right the way down. Except, I wonder if this has been updated. Oh, did they update this in the newer versions? They're not giving me experience anymore. Oh no. This, I think this was updated. They broke my gold farm. Oh no. Why does Mojang do this to me? Unbelievable. Erica coming in with a £10 donation. Thank you very much, Erica. We appreciate it. Yeah. Okay. Well, they broke my gold farm. That makes me very sad. That's supposed to give me unlimited experience. I do have another experience farm, but that still makes me very sad. It still works as a gold farm, I'm sure. I hope. I didn't check. Yeah, come right over this way, guys. Right over here. I'm right here. You follow me? Yeah, there you go. Alright, that's not the reason we're here. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, let's keep moving. So, like I mentioned, I use this as a shortcut to a lot of other things. So, some of the things up here are farms in the Nether, just because they run better here, while other things are shortcuts to other areas. So let's start with this one here. Ow! What was that? Wow, this looks... Whoa, look at that! I think Distance Horizons is kind of broken in the Nether, but that's nuts. Anyway, this is our Froglight farm. So down here, we're up at the AFK platform up top. Down here we have some golems in the middle, spawning magma cubes on the platform. When they get too close, the golems say, nope, Back up, buddy. They attack them until they break into smaller bits, small enough to fall through the chains, when the frogs have a heyday. Eat them all up, poop out the frog lights, and they get collected. This was a difficult one. The frogs were very difficult to get and to move here. Very difficult. Got Carter, 40-year-old Legionnaire, just wanted to say I love the content. Hey, I'm not that far off. So, appreciate you being here. Proper roads for the Nether. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Right now my roads consist of lights that I can follow. That's about it. And if we head down here... Wow, yeah, that's very active. Frog lights. You should see getting collected in here. So that's how we get all of our frog lights for one of the builds. We use a lot of these at the Snow Castle, actually. Alrighty. Rems. Greetings, Legion. Me and my cat absolutely love to watch your videos all the way from Romania. That is awesome. Cats know. I mean, they have good taste. What can I say? I appreciate it. What else do we got here? That, I think, was just to get frogs. So I think that's a nothing one. This is to a desert, because the closest desert was like 4,000 blocks away. That one is the Nether farm. We'll go to that in a second, but I did see something over here I wanted to hit real quick. Looking over here, what are we at for the charity event? 4,214 pounds out of 5,000. We are getting very, very close. Earlier, I think the goal was 3,000 pounds and just crushed it during Stam's stream. And now we're getting there for the second one. What we did here, little Nether highway. Do I have a map installed, by the way? I do. It'll probably take forever to load, but... trying to think about how far I am from the base. I don't think we'll really be able to see. But we're at about negative 3,000, negative 2,200, so probably somewhere in the area of 5-ish thousand blocks, which would be a long way to fly or run. So that's why we have the Nether shortcut. Most of the farms have this, an AFK platform, just to get the ideal amount of spawns for these, but we should, unless this broke too, be getting slime in here. This was a slime farm. So yeah, I don't know that this one's working. Could be... oh, there we go. So, because we're in a swamp, slimes will spawn. The mushrooms are in here because they apparently give off just enough light that the slimes can spawn. Other things cannot. So that's the reason for that. Again, the Naruto type of golem gets all ready, but this guy falls through the powdered snow and goes on top of a fire down here to collect the slime. And if they are larger, they will get reduced in size so they can be collected. That's where we got our slime. I think I ran into trouble on this one because I was using the wrong type of glass. We didn't use tinted glass at first. I just used, like, what's the other kind that you can get? So there's tinted glass, and then black stained glass. I think I had the wrong kind. I think tinted glass actually stops light from coming through, whereas the stained glass does not. That was why I had troubles. Someone for help getting more subs on the YouTube channel, asks Wayne. Consistency, I guess I would say. Just keeping it up. Making sure you're being consistent is probably the #1 thing. Just getting as much as you can out there and interacting with everybody out there. What else we got here? Do you know who Lagundu is? I've seen some of his videos. Not personally. I've never met him, but I've seen some of his videos. Oh, how did I miss this? The gold farm with shaders looks like the One Ring. It absolutely does. One Ring to rule them all. Lighting up with the inscription. Okay, over here. This was another difficult farm. And I'm going to get some more rockets shortly. But I'll do that as we're waiting here. This one boggled my mind. Another one, if I didn't have a tutorial, there's just no way. I don't understand how people come up with this stuff. But I'll show you in a second. We just get a few more rockets, doing well on everything else. Don't ask me what these two are for. No idea. I just did what the tutorial said. But if we go down below the nether roof, all the way down, bit cheaty going through all the layers there, but we created this, a little spawn platform that turns out to work for pretty much everything. Blaze, zombified piglins, but mainly wither skeletons. Over here, we have a golem that is in an area that apparently only the wither skeletons can see because they're a bit taller and the blaze just don't care for whatever reason. As soon as they see it, they run around and say, I'm going to get that guy, but they're not very smart because there's literally nothing inside that skull, and they run into the nether portal. When they go into that nether portal, if I'm remembering correctly, they go to the overworld, they are pushed into another nether portal, and that ends up being this portal. So that's why we've got some here. They all start oh my goodness, start pushing themselves down here. Is this going to be too loud? That's not terrible, I guess. And this was because, kind of like, what was I talking about earlier? Oh, this is kind of like an XP farm too. What was I talking? Oh, the Trident. I was talking about having trouble getting an item. This is another one. Whenever I wanted a wither fight, I would have to be in the nether what felt like days collecting these skulls. And now they just, you know, all stand right here so I can swipe away at their ankles and everybody's good to go. Well, I'm good to go. They aren't doing so great. So, like I said, no idea. I would have had no idea how to do this. Some of the things people make, including a lot of the other guys on the Just Create server, it just boggles my mind how they can go through all of those steps to make something happen. So, hats off to you. Someone asking, let's see, Christina, how do you get the golem there? You can actually make a golem rather than move it. If you put down 4 iron blocks, like 2 on top of each other and then 2 on the sides like arms, and then a carved pumpkin on top, it'll spawn in an iron golem. And I think that's what I did. How much you managed to build? Yeah, well, I mean, saying surprised how much I managed to build. It helps recording because I am trying to accomplish as much as I can in a 100 days video just to make it interesting. So a lot of these things I never tried to build until I started recording YouTube videos. And I'm really glad that I did because they're just so helpful, except when Mojang nerfs them. But no, we're not. We're gonna be fine. We're fine. Am I missing anything? I know there's the desert. There were some areas for the frogs. Stronghold. Oh yeah, the stronghold. There is one thing in the stronghold we should take a look at. And that is over here. I believe, yeah, it's got the end stone, so that should be our indicator. Oh, sleepy time. What days do I post my videos? Usually on a Friday, but that could be every 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Kind of depends on what's going on, but it will be on a Friday. Like for instance, I think I've got one coming up this Friday, unless we have to push to the following Friday, but it should be this Friday. Dart says, greetings, this is your first live stream. It is the very first live stream, not only on the channel, but in my entire existence as a Roman legionary and otherwise. Jillian says, best thing is explaining what I do. That's, yes, for your benefit, but also for mine. I probably will get it wrong if I don't explain as I'm trying to do it, but I'm glad it is appreciated. Yeah, this is what I'm looking for. What is that? Skeleton spawner. Lucky thing we found. Before we head in, I'm just trying to catch up on comments here. Calming sound for kids to nap to. Educational, entertaining. That means a lot to me. Thank you very much. Starting a schedule or as you please. Pretty much as I please. I mean, I try to do 2 or 3 weeks on a Friday, typically, but because I'm usually doing 100 days content, it takes a bit longer to make. Like, People ask sometimes about how long that takes. You're looking at recording at least around 25 hours, if not closer to 40, depending on how often you sleep and if you go over and that sort of thing. And that's not counting, that's not counting editing. That's not counting researching the video idea or looking up tutorials or what else is there? Thumbnails or whatever else. So yeah, it takes time. Still looking at the chat. Okay, so Stronghold, this is what we've got here. We've got 45 minutes. I think this is the last thing before we head over to the Snow Castle. So we'll just hop in here real quick. Hopefully we can hop in here and it doesn't... There, okay, there we go. And this is what we were going to look at. Should I look? Yeah, let's look at this first. Long pathway with leaves and glass because they're supposed to be spawn-proof, although sometimes I've seen things to the contrary here, but that leads over this way, which is the other XP farm I was talking about. So up top, we have a spawn area for all of our Ender friends here, Endermen. They are all going nuts because there's an Endermite in there, and for whatever reason, they absolutely hate that. So they all run in here, fall all the way down, and end up right down here for my experience and for infinite Ender Pearls, and backpacks apparently as well. So that was a very nifty farm when I first made it. Let's see. Charles, old man 52, get out of here, Charles. You're doing fine. Loves watching 100 Days video. Keep amazing work. Thanks for stopping in. Put these away here. Yeah, see what I mean? They're definitely spawning over here. They're messing with me. Is that Kirsten? I think it says Kirsten. 10 pounds for the Tiltify page. Thank you very much. I very much appreciate it. And, oh, that's right. Underneath, they also fall down here and go into a skulk farm that can also collect things. I really, really do forget how this one works. I think it's off. But this one also works well. I just can't remember how it works. And also, I don't really use skulk for anything, so that's the reason. Maybe that's why they're spawning here. I don't know. But it is very loud, so we're gonna step away from that. Let's see here. Do you play other games, just Minecraft? Personally, I play other games. I don't record myself playing other games. I, on a Black Friday sale, just bought for probably the third or fourth time on a different console the Mass Effect Legendary Edition with all 3 games, and I started replaying at Mass Effect 1, so that's what I'm currently working on. Probably one of my favorite game series, Mass Effect. And another, if you're curious, would be the Assassin's Creed 2 trilogy with Ezio Auditore. Now you may be wondering, why are there chickens in here with obsidian underneath the nether portal? Or you're probably not wondering, because a lot of people do this, but this is where you can fight the Wither, and it's just super easy. When you spawn a Wither, excuse me, when you spawn a Wither right here, they end up spawning in vertically and they get their head and like top half stuck right here in the bedrock, and they can't move. So all you have to do is swipe away. We could do it, but I didn't bring any of the stuff. And then take them out right here. Nice and easy. They can't shoot at you with their skulls and stuff like that, so just super easy. The chickens are here as, again, sacrifices to turn into Wither roses. That's right. It's the reason for your existence there, little guy. And I'm pretty sure the only way you can get Wither roses is the Wither killing a different mob, so that's why they are here. And that, I do believe, is the last thing we have going on in the end. Yes? Yeah, pretty sure. Oh, where's this going to take me? Because I think I broke my bed. Uh-oh. Well, let's see where we end up. Oh, boy. Well, if you're curious, this is where I spawned into the world. That's spawn, and we have to head south to get to where we picked for our base. How much of the desert? I don't know that I had been to the desert for a while, so yeah, I kind of skipped the desert. I did take out a lot of sand there, but it wasn't a phenomenal amount. We're gonna head there. We're just gonna pick something up at the base real quick. So yeah, probably... Uh-oh. Aaron says they changed the wither and portal mechanics. I'm sure they did. Everything I love, they update, they destroy and change. What did I just... Oh, yeah. I'm not surprised. Alright, just in case, since we have the time, in case we want to try to build anything there, I'm just going to fill a shulker box or two and bring it with. So, let's put these down. What do we want to bring? Probably just a lot of stone. I am glad that past Legion, a year ago Legion, kept up on stone and things like that. I can't imagine needing this much, but you never know. Do a little bit of frog lights. I don't have a lot of mangrove, do I? Ah, there we go. I'm pretty sure this was the sort of color scheme we had going on over there. Also, do I have a spot for... I want to drop off these other things. I don't think I have stuff for the sniffer thing, so shh, don't tell anyone. We're just putting them in there. Alright. Grab these. Do I need anything else if we build anything? I don't think so. Will you be leaving the live stream up? Yep. Should do that. Like I mentioned, I've never done it before, so I think YouTube will do it automatically, but I will look into that and get it taken care of. Alright, unfortunately... Well, no, I guess not unfortunately. We're going to head to the snow castle when it's raining. Might be kind of nice, because it'll be snowing there. We've got Jillian, Brian, Gigi coming in with a 35-pound donation, and they get the Jingle Jam game collection. Thank you so much for the donation. We really appreciate it. Love to see it. This is great. We are up to 4,304 pounds total, making a huge difference. All right. We are at the snow castle. So this was a really fun build. I don't actually remember. I think I did this around the holidays one of the years, a couple of years ago. And it was nice because we found this really tiny snow biome, just a little mountain in the middle of everything right near our base. So we were able to put up a wall with hanging frog lights. Kind of come in with, again, some new design ideas with the castle itself. I tried to kind of in the element, like I was talking about with the Coliseum, do something that was quote-unquote mega build for me at the time, which really just means larger than the things that I usually build. Looking back over here, Snow Castle time! And we've got Dalton the DM, $10. Thank you for the hours and hours of chill Minecraft content. The missus and I regularly fall asleep with Legion V content playing. Merry Christmas. Thank you, and happy Saturnalia. I appreciate it. I will be forwarding that on to the charity event, so thank you very much. We appreciate it. Do I live in the U.S.? I do. I do live in the U.S. My little corner of Rome in the U.S. Oh, what was that? Heard something. Anyway, this is my goat in a boat. I did not know this was an achievement or an advancement, but I think that it is because I don't remember why I did this, but I did and we got it. Maybe I did know. I don't know. Let's head inside. A little chilly out here. Keep warm if you're living in the Midwest, by the way. A little chilly over here. Yes, so Rams, what plans do you have with Legion Reads? I really enjoyed Sherlock Holmes. I did as well. I do have a second channel, Legion Reads. I haven't done anything with it in a long time. I got way too busy, especially with the SMP. I'd love to go back over to it, especially this month I was hoping to. I haven't had a chance yet. I'd love to be able to go and do something with it. I just can never find the time. So if I ever find the time, yes, I'd love to go back and work on that a bit. So where we are inside the snow castle, we have every color of sheep, which actually I believe this is something that Mrs. Legion was working on her channel as well. And if you've got two options. You can kind of just keep them in a pen and shear them, or you can set up one of these with auto shearing. This lasts a very long time with all these shears because I think all it is, chest down there with a hopper and hopper minecart beneath the grass block. Then at the back, we have a dispenser with redstone, and, or is that, there's an observer somewhere, because we have to observe that happening to the sheep. Don't quite remember. Somewhere there's an observer checking for that and setting it off. Oh, I think it's when they eat the grass. It's behind the grass block. So I wanted the opportunity to have every type of wool, so that's why we set this up. I didn't have anything like that up until then. Shirley says, "You're live!" Saw it by accident. Hope I didn't miss too much. We're about an hour and 20 minutes left. We've got about, or hour and 25, we've got about 35 minutes left, and then we're going to be passing it over to Throwlash at that point. He's going to be streaming over on Twitch, I believe. And yeah, we're kind of mostly wrapped up with the world tour, unless I forgot anything. It's entirely possible. But we're going to kind of spend the last 30 minutes or so here hanging out at the Snow Castle and maybe adding a little bit of something to the build. Thought it was appropriate because this is 100% what it looks like at my house right now. Not as grand, obviously, I wish, but the snow, the cold, that sort of thing. Now, I do not know if it's spawn-proof around here. I'd love to keep it like this because it just looks nice at night with the snow. So I guess I won't sleep quite yet, but hopefully we're spawn-proof. Mrs. Legion has a channel called Mrs. Legion. We see Dark Reaper asking that. Yep, just called Mrs. Legion. So you can go search for that, check it out. And we'll be, like I mentioned earlier, we'll be doing a video soon, probably in about a week or so, where we'll be including links to that. Oh, I see. That guy's face was coming through his pumpkin there. That's weird. And yeah, we'll be including all the information in that video. So you can either head over there now and subscribe, or we'll be including that with the video in a week. If you are just joining, hey, good timing. Kiara, I believe that says, thank you very much. That is a £10 donation on the Tiltify page. If you're just joining, very good timing, as I say. I was just going to mention, we are actually doing this as a part of Jingle Jam. Stream weekend with the Just Create crew. Had a bunch of stuff going on earlier today. After this, we've got Throwlash coming up for his stream. And this is for Calm, the Campaign Against Living Miserably, a UK-based organization. And you can read all about it if you look at the link in the description. And yeah, we're collecting donations there. So I really appreciate everybody putting that in. We're currently up to £4,324, which is incredible. I don't know how much that is in US dollars, but a lot is what we'll say. Alrighty. So, what I was thinking, and the reason that I brought the stone brick, wow, that was a big leap, and the frog lights, is because I built this wall, but it doesn't have a lot going on. Look at this guy out here, his fancy copper armor. Thinks he's somebody. Get out of here. What I was thinking is we could probably add like little tiny towers, or I don't know if they would be called like turrets or something, to the outside. Oh, excuse me. Outside of the wall. And it should, actually, this might be a really good spot right here because it's already built up kind of taller. Just don't know that I want to block the view of the snow castle. Well, why don't we do this? Uh-oh. Did I bring... I did. Always bring your stone cutter with you if you're doing a build. Grab that. And let's head in here. This is stone brick, right? Yep. Keep with that. Get some of this converted. Pretty sure there's not a faster way to do this, but I mean, actually, stone brick, I don't need a stone cutter. I could have just done this in my crafting grid. I just realized that, and it would indeed have been faster. Can't believe you didn't tell me that, citizen. Unbelievable. That put back in here. And let's also get out... bit of mangrove, because I'm sure we will want to put something on the top, and we'll be using mangrove for that. Oh, nearly. Oh well. Okay. I don't think I'm going to need that. Let's put that off to the side. Grab these. Grab all of you. And should we sleep? We're going to be near the wall, so yeah, we should probably sleep. me a chance to look back over at the comments. Bryn says that is $5,765 raised for charity. That is nuts. Well done, everybody. Yeah. Jillian says, I am actually live, so you could have told me. That's the one time it would have been applicable. I usually say that in a recording, and you're about a week too late, which I am not forgiving you for. Okay, let's see here. I would normally use a circle generator for something like this, but we're just gonna say, nah, we're good. Probably fine. What we want to do... Oh, what do we got? Tiffany, 25 pounds coming in for charity. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Let's see. Well, let's count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13... Doesn't seem right. Is there a central part? Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. Everything's a little bit wonky here anyway, so it doesn't really matter where we build it. But I'm thinking something like... 2, 3, 4... Yeah, that's 8. Ugh, I'm not going to like this, because I want it to be centered on a single point. That's going to bug me. Well, you know what? 1, 2, 3. Let's say right about here. We're just going to try to build a little tower that's attached to the wall, because we've got the time. And I'm thinking that should be about even, because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 block, 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5 on the other side. So that should be even. Can't believe I actually got that right. That never happens. We will also leave a torch in here, and apparently a goat. You might want to move, buddy. Oh, I guess we didn't need to. We got that there. I should have brought trapdoors, but I guess technically I did. Do that. I'm gonna need more. Get a bit more there. I'm out of room. Nope, I got just enough room. Okay. What I think we should do is start leaving a spot right there, because we'll want to add lights that look like windows, kind of like we did here, except I did not bring glowstone. I brought frog lights. And how many blocks high do we want for this? Let's do 3. And am I going to be able to reach? No. No! Okay. We're going to have to fly back up. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Actually, maybe we could do this. Look at that. Then on the inside, leave something there. Apparently I didn't bring out my frog lights. I thought I did. Purple, maybe? Go with that. Something like that for the windows. Nice and simple, nice and easy. Let's see. Tiffany, when's the next video out? We miss you. I'm right here. How could you miss me? I'm here right now. Probably Friday. Probably this upcoming Friday. It's going to be a video with Mrs. Legion and myself. Okay, we should probably start this from the bottom at the other side, right? Yeah, so let's dig through some of this. in case you're wondering why it keeps telling me I have new recipes that aren't new, before I started this stream, updated the world to 1. Whatever the newest one is, 1.21.10, I believe. So that's why you're seeing that, and then whenever you do that, for whatever reason, it just forgets all of the things you found. I don't want all this stuff. But I also don't want to be wasteful. There we go. You can stay. So we should have 1, 2, this, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? I think. And then back to you. Yes? Why does that look a little lopsided? Probably because it's shorter? Let's find out. Don't remember how tall we made the other window, so we're going to have to guess in a minute. Hello, Mr. Goat. Oh. 1, 2 below the wall. 1, 2 right here. Okay. Try to remember these this time. Mint says, are you having fun? I am. This is a unique and exciting experience. I usually, I guess the best way to put it is talk to you from the past. So I'm talking to a future person. Right now there's a little bit of a delay, obviously, but it is much more real time. So I am enjoying myself and being able to hear everybody a little bit more real time. So that's, like I said, unique and very fun. Making sure I didn't miss anything in the comments here. Good stuff. Everybody's hopefully having a good time. Take a look at that. Yep. So I think it won't block the view as long as I build it that way. Yeah, I'm actually... It's a bit bigger than I intended, but that's okay. We'll go with it. Actually, we could make it smaller. Should we make it smaller? I could do something like this. 1, 2, 3... Nope, 3. Go across. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. But we go down to that size. Might not be a bad idea. Make it a little bit more visually interesting. Obsidian Owl, greetings! Greetings. Ba-ba-ba-ba. How far do we want between the windows? Maybe 5, so I can do 3 here. So 1, 2, 3. And then we'll have to start adding them on all of the sides. This is definitely the part that you would typically see in a time-lapse in my typical videos. So that's probably, I mean, it's interesting for me talking over all of this, because if it's something more... You know, it takes a while, you're not going to see much progress, it's just me placing blocks. I will typically move to time-lapse at that point. So this stuff you might not see as much in recent videos, because I've been trying to, again, please the algorithm. And make sure it's, you know, keeping things exciting. Not exciting, that's not really what we're about at this channel, but, you know, interesting, I guess you would say. So silly question, but how do you take the same block that you're building from out of your inventory without opening up your inventory? That is not a silly question. It took me a long time to figure it out. So for example, it's an easy thing to figure out, but yeah, I get what you mean. If you're looking at a stone brick and you have stone brick in your inventory, but it's not in your hotbar, you can aim at it and then middle click with your mouse, and that brings it into your hotbar with whichever one you're currently holding. So that is how you do that. And yes, it's an incredibly useful thing that I didn't know, again, until I started recording myself for YouTube. Seeing other people do it and just thinking, wow, that looks incredibly handy. I didn't ask, but in case I do future streams, have you been able to hear music at all this time? I have a very quiet music track playing. I was just worried about being too loud, but I'm curious if that's coming through. Seems like you weren't the only one there. A lot of people are saying, I did not know that. That's very helpful. And yes, it 100% is. I was very excited and glad when I figured that out. Because it's hard to figure out if I remember just by like Googling it. There wasn't really a lot of information about it. So I had to, I think, do the same. Ask somebody how they did that. I am out of trapdoors again. How are we looking? Good start. Got about 20 minutes left in the stream before we send it over to Throwlash, so I think that'll be plenty of time to finish this up. The goat got out. Oh, yeah, the one from in here. I thought you meant my goat boat. Boat goat. I thought you meant this guy. No, yeah, you're right. Got out. Good. Perfect volume on the music. Thank you, Jillian. Appreciate it. Think only in survival. Yep. Started this world. Yep. Alright, let's keep going. So this is, we want 2 so that I can do 3. Okay, I thought I just covered something up there. Looks good. Alright, yeah, we're, this went by very fast, I can tell you that. I thought, well, I was hoping we could get through everything in time to come over here and do a little build, but actually it worked out pretty well, the amount of time. It did go by very fast. Hopefully that's a good thing, though. Do you think you would ever do Bedrock 100 Days? Have I'm trying to remember if I've even ever played Bedrock. I did a Realm for a little bit, like back in the day, which I think was Bedrock. I don't know. I guess I would need to be convinced because I don't know the differences or why it matters. And I'm not saying that to be like, you know, oh, it doesn't matter. I mean, I literally don't know. Like, is it better in some way? Is there a difference that would make the gameplay better? I simply do not know. Did I do that right? Yeah. Available to watch later? Should be able to, yeah. It's my first time streaming, so I don't know exactly how that works, but I'm pretty sure I'll be able to just leave this up after we wrap up. Speaking of wrapping up, this should probably be the last layer before I start on the roof. The roof. Oh yeah. Out of stuff. You can tell I definitely get a bit more, I don't think zen's the right word, but not as talkative when I'm building, because I enter that build state, and it's not even like concentrating, really, because it doesn't take a whole lot of concentration. but it's something. And I do not have the words for it, whatever it is. Looking over real quick. Villagers Wars, Replenishment slow. Galatrons have aimbot. Wither fights harder and redstone works differently. Well, that sounds like I'd be a bit scared of doing that then. I gotta count this. I'm losing count on stuff. Did I... Alright, we are going to wrap up this set of windows, and we're going to pop a roof on this, and I think we'll be calling it at that. But I do want to say, once again, for myself and Jingle Jam and the entire Just Create team, thank you so much to everybody that donated. It does mean a lot. It's a worthy cause, and I'm very glad to be a part of it. Okay, it's not spawn-proof down there. We now realize that. There's a creeper. Okay, let's take a look. One more layer for luck. Very observant. It's PJ Key. If Mrs. Legion and I are both here, who's watching the kids? Luckily, they're at Grandma and Grandpa's house right now, with Mrs. Legion, so she's got backup, which is always a nice thing to have. All right. I think we are ready to wrap this thing up. Let's grab our stairs and planks. What I'd want to do, well, not that. Let's see how this looks. If we just do the old reliable, just moving straight up with stairs. I was very glad when they added mangrove because I just felt it was a color wood that was sorely missing. Like, that just looks great to me. I think everything with mangrove looks great. I wish the trees weren't so hard to chop down, but I do love how it looks. Oh, this part takes so long. How many kids do we have? We have 3 mini legionaries. And they keep us busy, very busy. So I was mentioning earlier, one of the reasons I don't stream very often, our house is very often not a noise level that's good for streaming. Alright. I think that's good. Why don't we do one more? I think I'm going to need a lot more stairs. But then we'll bring it up with a plank, just to give it some height. Ages. All of the mini legionaries are between 10 and 4. So pretty closely grouped. Need an office for streaming. I wish. If you know any free offices, let me know. I'll jump on that. Got 3 boys out here from the others. We got twins, 5 years old. They're all a handful, that's for sure. But worth it, also for sure. Okay, good. This is looking good. We're going to do this. Add a couple of these. Hopefully not run out of mangrove. Build it up a little bit higher rather than going straight with the stairs. And that's not going to work with that one. We'll just have to go and do this. As the sun rises. Should have done the Gimli thing. The sun is rising. I can't do a Gimli voice. There we go. Love to see everybody talking about their kids out here. Getting to know one another. Love it. And I don't think I... Did I bring lanterns? Or fences or anything? I do have lanterns. I can make fences. So we can do something like this where we go block. Probably... I still don't know which is which. It's that one. Okay. Between this and fence gate. Do that. We'll do... I'm not going to be able to do this. Yeah. 2, 3. Want to go higher than that. Make sure everybody can see. I need more fences. I should have made more. So that we can go like this. And get our lanterns up at the top. Alright. So very, very simple build, but I think it adds a little something, at least, to the snow castle. Didn't have a lot of time, so we just wanted something nice and simple we could add on here and say that we did it in a live stream, so it wasn't all world tour. Did a little bit of a build. Add something to our snow castle. And I think it looks nice. So let's appreciate the view for a moment while I see if I can catch up on comments real quick. Love Lunchbox, miss him so much. Yep. We saw Lunchbox and all his friends. Loved the reuniting there. Good evening, Bonica. We've got goal to accomplish during the stream weekend. Well, I'm happy to say the first goal was actually crushed. The first goal was 3,000 pounds for the stream weekend, and during the stream before mine, Stam's stream, we hit the 3,000 pounds. So in just one stream, we've gone way past 3,000, and now we're at 4,374 pounds, trying to get to 5,000. And then, of course, we'll probably see an updated goal if we go past that as well. And there's the man himself, Throwlash. So don't forget, if you are hanging around for the stream weekend in about 10 minutes, actually 8 minutes, you're going to want to head over to Throwlash, I believe his Twitch. You can correct me if I'm wrong there. You're going to want to keep going with the Jingle Jam stream weekend. Thank you, everybody saying great build, amazing build. Oh, why, yes, I know. Thank you so much. Yes, I am quite fantastic, aren't I? Impressive figure of a man. Yes. I don't know why I turned into like an upper crust, sort of like 19th century British person there. You and Throw can do a video? Yeah, hey, it's coming up with, if we do more Just Create. We gotta get some builds going together for sure. There you go. We've got, look in the comments there, Throwlash, twitch.tv/Throwlash_. So that's where you're going to want to head in a few minutes to keep moving with us. KB Carlin, reporting for duty for the Legion. Great to have you here. Alright, let's head back down over here. Can take a look and see how much wool we've collected in the meantime. Also, we had snow golems running around here. Wondering if they've fully covered. Well, no, they're missing a couple spots, or that might be from the light. I'm not sure. That's one thing I don't have, a automated snow farm. Easy enough with these guys, but hey, talking to you. Got your face clipping through your pumpkin, fella. That's all right. Head back inside. I don't think I showed the. We had a villager in here, didn't we? Was he named? I don't remember. Yeah. Hey, friendo. You don't have a name? Shepherd. Oh, that makes sense. Shepherd. Speaking of Mass Effect. And another shepherd. Okay. Luna Boop. $35 or 35 British pounds. It is 35 British pounds, which I think rolls around to 46-ish US dollars. And if you use the Tiltify page, it'll auto-convert that for you. Yep. So, I think, since we just have about 5 minutes, we're going to wrap up at the snow castle over here, head back to spawn, put some of this stuff away, and then we'll wrap and we'll hand it off to Mr. Throwlash. I'm going the wrong way. But I do hope that everybody enjoyed the stream. This was a, like I keep saying, unique but interesting and fun experience for me. I'm very glad. Oh, and I think we said, saw someone say we missed Lunchbox. We'll say goodbye to Lunchbox just because I don't know when we're going to be back here again. You still over here, buddy? Nope, that's Antonine. Goober. Poe. Lunchbox Jr. I think he's stuck with Goober. Hold on. There you are. There's Lunchbox. We're wrapping up Lunchbox. Keep practicing your acrobats. Keep being derpy. Which, yeah, I think I'm thinking of that because of K-pop Demon Hunters. All you out there that said you had kids, if that wasn't stuck on in your head for like weeks when that came out, which honestly I didn't have a problem with. Pretty good music. But I definitely fell to that. Alright, I'm glad we actually hit everything in the world. We got a very small, simple build done, added to the snow castle. I did not think I'd be able to manage all of that. But look at us, we did. And we have time to clean our inventory, which I know most of you just think is the most exciting thing that you've ever seen. And I'd be forced to agree. I think I just put something in the wrong box. Yeah, whatever. I'll clean out the shulker boxes later. I still have frog lights. So happy made it for the live stream. Favorite YouTuber, thank you for joining. Goodbye, Praetor, Garfield, Green, Machiavelli, which is my real cat's name, by the way. We have a black cat named Machiavelli. And then Prince, which is related to Machiavelli. Why don't we head up here? And I will use the last 4 minutes or so and we can just chat. There we go. Get asked this a lot, but would you ever consider showing just yourself so as people viewers can put a face to the name and the voice we fall asleep to? I used to joke about that saying, you know, maybe when we hit 1 million subscribers or that sort of thing. I don't know. I mean, it's not outside the realm of possibility, but just not something I'm quite interested in doing yet. But we'll see. Maybe one day. Cleaning inventory is behind the scenes content. It's cool. I have to agree with you. I actually love a clean inventory. I give Mrs. Legion a really hard time about that. Her inventory is just nuts. You don't want to see it. Bryn says, top most watched YouTuber. I appreciate that. Thanks for coming and joining today. Cuddles, absolutely amazing. You did, Legion. Stepped out of comfort zone. Learn a new skill. 100%. Which is actually funny because before I started doing YouTube in my old job, this is kind of exactly what I did. Like, presentations for an audience all day, but just because this is new and not really a different side of me, but yeah, not the corporate side, I guess you would say. Great holiday season. Been perfect, yeah. Oh, well, sun might be down. Close to the time we're leaving. Good point. Hope everybody has a wonderful holiday season. Thank you again to everybody that donated. If you're curious, you can probably see it at the top left there, 4,374 pounds. I think in the next stream we're probably going to hit 5,000, which is fantastic. Candace, love your work. Thank you so much. Thanks for the stream. Also top YouTuber. Thought about doing public server with your viewers? Potentially. That's another one which is just time constraints. You know, not sure where I'd find the time to fit that in, but I always leave a maybe at everything. I just don't want to give the impression that, like, yes, 100% we're going to do that. No plans currently, but it's on the docket potentially. Have a great weekend. Happy Saturnalia to everybody. We are going to wrap. Don't forget, head over to Twitch. Check out Throwlash. He's going to be keeping it going. See if we meet our 5,000 pound goal. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Amazing. We'll see. Yep. Going to see if we do another live. Potentially. I'm saying that a lot, I know, but potentially. We will potentially continue to do that. Plans around the holidays, lots of time with family. That's what we'll be doing. I hope everybody has, you know, good plans as well. I'll be eating lots of food, spending time with family. That's about it. Oh, Saturnalia. Yes. It is over, but it should be on YouTube available to watch back if you'd like to come and check out what we did today. And there it is one more time. If you'd like to head over, right now is the time. I'm about to close this stream. So you've got the link in the comments. https://switch. Oh, twitch.tv/throwlash_. Everybody head over there right now. Sun is going down. We're wrapping up. Thank you once again, everybody, for joining and donating. I really appreciate it. I will see you all in the next one, citizens. Thank you very much. And take care. Bye, everyone.